Yellow shoes, have you had that yet today?
Not quite.
We're really pepping it up.
It's technical.
We love it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Hey, the NFL's doing the color run here.
Gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Springfield Clinic Sports Medicine Sports Radio 1450 Capital City Showcase. This is game number 6 featuring the visiting team, the Lions of Lanphier High School, and the home team this evening, the Panthers of Decatur Eisenhower High School. And now for the starting lineups. First for the visiting Lions of Lanphier. At a guard of 5'9", junior, number 1, Yakima Rose. At another guard at 5'11", junior, number 23, Andre Williams. At forward, a 6'3", sophomore, number 2, Cardell McGee. At another forward, a 6'6", junior, number 50, William Bowles. And at another guard, a 5'8", senior, number 5, Xavier Bishop. The head coach of the Lions of Lanphier High School is Mr. Blake Turner. And now the starting lineup for the home team, the Panthers of Decatur Eisenhower High School. At a guard of 5'9", senior, number 1, Emmett Hale. At another guard, a 6'2", junior, number 3, Stefan Jarrett. At center, a 6'4", junior, number 35, Julian Jones. At forward, a 6'1", senior, number 5, Taman Davis. And at another guard, a 6'2", junior, number 4, Stefan Bobbitt. The head coach of the Panthers of Eisenhower High School is Mr. Rodney Walker. The officials for tonight's game are Bob Ingalls, Stefan Dawson, and Jay Smith.
All right, big thanks to Ryan Staley as we get our starting lineups announced there and get you all set up and ready to roll. One big surprise as we turn our heads for the Decatur audience. Taman Davis, who we didn't see play in the Turkey tournament, is in Rodney Walker's starting lineup for the Panthers. That caught me a little off guard.
Yeah, me too. I know that he missed some time in the Turkey tournament due to some eligibility issues. Oh, they had to change their undershirt.
Yeah,
okay.
little delay because Emmett Hale and Stefan Bobbitt both had on black undershirts. And
Didn't we have that issue at Decatur last week? Somebody had to go take shirts off.
Yeah.
You have to match. You can wear anything under, but you have to match the uniform.
But
it's a pretty simple rule.
I made the comment they let the Eisenhower kid wear the black under the white.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why they were letting him do it, but he got away with it.
Some do, some don't.
Yeah.
And for those of you in the arena who thought Taman Davis was number 21, he's wearing 5 tonight. So
yeah, there are a few changes to the Eisenhower roster, which we seem to find every year. It is not Kamar Bradford, it's also Kamar Curran, who you'll see check in a bit. Julian Jones going to jump it up against one heck of a big man for Lanphier, William Bowles. What do we know about Bowles here? I don't remember him from a year ago.
Yeah, I don't remember him at all either, but he is a big boy.
6'6" junior, he'll jump it up against the long arm Julian Jones, listed at 6'4", and another big Lanphier name we'll talk a lot about, 5'11" junior Andre Williams. Get used to that. Jones will win the tip. Eisenhower Panthers in their home whites. Stefan Bobbitt tries to cross it off the leg of Bowles. That'll roll out of bounds. Panthers again wearing their home whites. Eisenhower block lettered, arched across the chest, letters and numbers in black, outlined in yellow. Lanphier wearing their road black unis, a cursive Lanphier across the chest, letters and numbers in white, outlined in orange. And we'll get to know a few of these players. I like Blake Turner rocking the orange blazer today.
Yeah, and you made the comment of the script, the cursive script on Lanphier's jersey. Kind of an 80s feel, 70s feel.
Yeah,
old school throwback.
Probably not on purpose, but a little homage to the old school Fighting Illini cursive unis and the orange jacket.
I see a couple of Lanphier guys with their shorts rolled up. I'm telling you, it's coming back. I'm not liking this. Somebody needs to talk to these kids, man.
The John Stockton.
Some pictures, yeah.
Somebody saw a really cool old school Michael Jordan when they had the short shorts. Can't get back to that. We are 25 seconds in. Taman Davis from the wing. They kick it back out. Now a 3 from Emmett Hale. Barely clips the rim. Rebound going to be William Bowles for Lanphier. And that is exactly what Blake Turner wants to see. You want to force Emmett Hale to get shots up, not your big 3.
Yeah, but that was good ball possession by Eisenhower. Actually a pretty good possession. They just didn't have anything to show for it. But yeah, Emmett Hill shooting the three there. Blake Turner could probably live with that.
Cardell McGee, Andre Williams working around the perimeter. Xavier Bishop in the corner, open three. That fires away. Front iron, long rebound grab by McGee for the Lions. 50 seconds in on the crossover. He gets it tapped away. MacArthur grad Stephon Dawson on the call, one of the officials tonight. We used to see him run the floor as a point guard for the Generals back in the 90s and early 2000s.
Well, Xavier Bishop got free for an open three down this corner. That's something Rodney Walker does not want to see as far as outside shooting, because we know he can get it done.
Inbound pass deflected by Bobbitt out of bounds off the head of might have been off the head of Mike Rusk over there. Might have tapped off a couple guys at the scores table.
Wouldn't be the first time Rusk's taken one off the head.
Rodney Walker stays classy from the waist down, and Jordan shirt up top. We talked about the orange blazer at Turner. Rodney just loving the Jordan gear, and the rest of the coaching staff. Lanphier ball, 1 minute into the ballgame. We are scoreless, each team with 1 3-point attempt. Neither has fallen. Andre Williams, top of the key, back and forth with Bishop. He'll fire down low to Bulls, turn around into Davis. Tough shot off the glass, no good. Rebound tapped up off the glass and in. Credit that one to Yakima Rose. First bucket of the game goes to the Lions. That's a huge follow for the junior.
Now we see Lanphier come out in a 2-2-1 press to attack Eisenhower.
And attacking the basket. They get it across. Jones goes to the basket. Drop in middle of the lane to Stephon Bobbitt. Up, off, over the rim and good. They've countered back. We are tied at 2, 90 seconds in. Lanphier Eisenhower matched up.
Kind of what we expected in the first minute and a half.
Now quick pass ahead to Bulls, getting back to Mon Davis, deflecting it out of bounds. Will be Lanphier ball to inbound under their own basket.
Telling you, both these teams stay in these presses for 32 minutes. We're going to have a high-scoring game.
Yeah, and I think we see two very, very long benches of athletes as well. You'll see Eisenhower go at least 12 deep. Baseball pass. That's pretty good hands at it, Rose.
It really was.
He went up one-handed and got his feet down like a receiver. Pull-up three from Xavier Bishop is short. Rebound Rose. Turn around on the lane. Little one-hander lob. No good. Rebound out of Bulls' hands. Into the hands of McGee. Follow no good. Rebound McGee, though. Follow is good. That's why McGee's so dangerous. Can play like a guard, but plays down low like a big. 4-2 Lions.
Well, Eisenhower's going to have to do something about their rebounding situation, because right there they gave him 3 second chances.
Tamon Davis, dribble into the corner. Double team coming. Bulls will knock it out of bounds from behind. Possession stays with the Panthers.
Bulls looks like he's not afraid of contact either. He's shoving his weight around on both ends of the floor here.
He played a lot of JV last year, guys, William Bowles, but he was out of shape and couldn't play much varsity. But as a junior, you can see he's a presence.
The important question is, did he play football?
No.
My goodness.
Surprising.
In the lane, forcing contact is Bobbitt. Shot no good. He'll go to the line, and he got Bulls in the air. And smart heady play out of the junior Stephon Bobbitt. As we've seen him play since his freshman year, you can just see him getting smarter and smarter.
I see Coach Blake Turner from Lanphier staring at Bulls there, wondering why your 6'6" players going after shots and leaving the floor like that. But Bobbitt did the right thing, got him in the air, drew the foul, 2 free throws.
5:49 to play first quarter. Bobbitt's first free throw rattles out. What I do like, Tim Schweitzer, is that's the first foul almost 2.5 minutes in.
We like that.
Yeah, we like that
Always.
a lot. MacArthur and Southeast coming up 15 minutes after this one ends. We'll have both broadcasts for you. Second free throw good for Bobbitt. He's got all 3 for the Panthers. 4-3 Lanphier lead. They've been wearing these cursive unis much, Tim?
This is new this
Brand
season.
new.
Yep.
It's got a throwback feel.
Cross court, backdoor pass, gets to Bishop, strong into the lane, no good. He'll go to the line as he draws a foul. Dangerous pass from McGee. Stephon Jarrett almost got back to knock it away. That's how good the hands of Bishop are to come get the ball, find his way in front of the basket, drawing a foul.
Well, we see Lanphier attacking Eisenhower's 1-3-1 3-quarter court press, much in the same manner that Southeast did last week. Side-to-side action, then looking for that cross-court pass down the floor, down the corner.
That first foul was on Julian Jones down low, and like Bobbitt moments ago on the other end, Xavier Bishop misses the front end of the 2-shot foul. Good crowd over here, Tim. This is my first Capital City
It's been
showcase.
good in and out all day. You can come, buy a ticket, leave, come back, and they've been in and out all day. It's been very good.
And again, much like Bobbitt on the other end, Bishop makes the second free throw, his first point of the night. 5-3 is the Lions lead. Eisenhower, nobody's had many problems with each other's press, but now Julian Jones lost the handle. I think that was more unforced. Loose ball run down is grabbed by Tamon Davis, drive to the basket, lob deflected by Rose out of bounds. Will stay with the Panthers. 5:24 to play first quarter, and Lanphier goes to the bench for the first time tonight. In comes number 3, Derek King, and man, they're loaded with some size. Derek King, a 6'5" senior. He is going to give a breather to Bulls.
Boy, a long wingspan there out of King as well.
Panthers will inbound on the wing. Hale back in. Or I should say Hale has been in. Panthers yet to go to their bench. Stephon Jarrett left wing. Haven't really called Jarrett's name yet. No shots tonight. Cross-court pass got deflected, and running it down was McGee. It clipped the sideline before he could save it. So out of bounds stays with the Panthers. 5:11 first quarter.
That's a good point, Eric. Jarrett hasn't, I know it's early, 3 minutes in, but Jarrett really hasn't asserted himself here yet.
And it's no surprise why, because Xavier Bishop has been all over him for the most part.
Yeah, out in that zone, he's matched up on that side, and Bishop can get after it defensively.
Julian Jones on the left elbow, kick in the corner to Jarrett. He comes baseline, thought about a spin, may have been knocked away, picks up his dribble. Now Davis, he'll back off and reset. 4:52 and ticking, opening quarter. Emmett Hale, weak side, lob in the corner to Bobbitt. Bobbitt crossover in the lane, runner high off the glass, no good. Rebound Jones, back up, blocked, make that fouled. Questionable foul there. Derek King apparently got a little bit of the arm and is going to send Julian Jones to the free throw line. King checks in. Then about a minute, he picks up his first. It's only Lanphier's second. 4:45 to play first quarter. Eisenhower, Julian Jones at the line, down 2, 5-3.
Well, I heard a lot about this Lanphier team. We're being ranked, I believe, 6th in the state. Is that correct?
I think so. Tim, that's where they are, yeah.
6 in.
You see why.
Yeah, especially with the size here coming in. I didn't realize they had as much size as they did. And this King kid coming in off the bench is a good-looking athlete as well.
Julian Jones continues the night's tradition by missing the front end of the 2-shot foul.
Yeah, but Julian Jones did a good job there catching that offensive rebound high and keeping it high and drawing the foul instead of bringing it down.
And also continuing the tradition, he makes the second one. So the third guy tonight to miss the first one, make the second one. 5-4 is a Lanphier lead, 4:40 first quarter.
50% doesn't get it done at the line, though.
Yeah,
not going to win you very many ball games.
Yakima Rose, Cardell McGee back and forth to beat the pressure. Rose now top of the key, faked the ball, and then went right down the middle of the lane. Left-hand scoop is good. One thing I've seen out of Rose since his freshman year, he is absolutely two-handed with the ball.
Yes, he is, and he's fearless, too, and he's got some strength, upper body strength. He's not afraid to take it in there among the trees.
7-4 Lanphier lead. Panthers beat the pressure. Davis in the lane, tries to force one up around one defender, and he's blocked out of bounds. Nice block getting back by Cardell McGee. You want to see the extra pass there, don't you?
Yeah, I do, but, you know, Tamon Davis is kind of your hustle guy, your energy guy. As you can see by the black eye he's sporting. Hey, he got that in practice this week.
The inbound to him on the left baseline. He'll cross court high to Jarrett. Thought about a shot. Now he'll pass to a cutting Emmett Hale. Shot in the lane, no good. Rebound pulled down for Lanphier. That's another new player checked in at the last timeout. Number 4, Corrington Jones. If I remember correctly, Corrington Jones had a pretty nice tournament last year. It wasn't even on the roster because he was only a sophomore. Here's a 3 in the corner, Xavier Bishop, and he offers a boom afterwards. That's his first field goal. Quickly the other way, ahead to Cardell McGee. Bishop hustled back to knock it away, but he couldn't quite get it saved before it goes out of bounds. That is the Xavier Bishop Springfield fans know and love. Make a shot, make a play at the other end. He almost got it back.
Yes, and they're fortunate he sprinted back after he made that 3 because Eisenhower had beat them long on the inbounds pass, but Bishop just flat out ran Hale down like a secondary guy chasing a guy down for the end zone.
10-4 lead. Bobbitt will inbound to Jarrett. Stop in the lane. Off the rim, no good. Rebound going to be Yakima Rose. Bryson Bonds checks in for Eisenhower. Emmett Hale gets a breather. Bryson Bonds wears number 30. He's a 5'11 junior. So Lanphier brings it the other way. Julian Jones, a reach-in tap away from Jones. Out of bounds. Will stay with the Lions. 3:34 to play first quarter.
This Bonds kid impressed me last week. He made the winning shot in the third place game.
Yeah,
really good football player, too. Had a lot of contributions to that team this year.
I believe over 80 tackles for Coach Drew Wager's team. A 3 from the corner, Corrington Jones off the mark. Rebound, Julian Jones. Bryson Bonds across the middle of the lane, lost the handle. Dove for the loose ball. Spins, rolls over, and taps it ahead to Stephon Bobbitt, who lays it home. And they're kind of on point there, Tim Schweitzer. That's how hard Bryson Bonds will work to get you an extra one. I think we're at a 30 here. We're going to take a quick timeout, 30-second timeout. It is 10-6, Lanphier lead with the ball on Sports Radio 1450 and ESPN Decatur 1050. It's a Capital City Showcase in Springfield.
Have horseshoes as well?
I did not know that.
Yes.
How many calories on a Frisco melt and a what?
And a chili mac.
Oh my.
Yeah. Welcome back. Eric Lee, Jeremy Moore, Tim Schweitzer, courtside from the Prairie Capital Convention Center.
We all love
Nutrition
Steak
Talk
and Shake.
courtside.
Yeah, we all of our timeouts are courtesy of Steak and Shake. Tim let me know over here in Springfield.
I'm impressed that you
So I
had
like
that
Steak and
down
Shake.
without using Google. You must have Googled that sometime
Absolutely.
and just memorized that.
I've tried eating better, so therefore I started looking up what my normal meals were consuming, and I saw why I was extremely large. Tamon Davis, a runner in the lane, no good. Rebound in and out. Well, Corrington Jones will go to the floor. He gets knocked to the floor, and an Eisenhower foul could have come out of it. Jones just kind of dribbled and spun around through some traffic, was able to hang on to it and draw the foul.
The Decatur Eisenhower foul.
Well, that's what you expect out of Tamon Davis. Like I said earlier, he's their hustle guy, the guy that they expect to get on the floor for loose balls, and diving on the floor a couple possessions ago got him a bucket.
And he just picked up his first foul. Eisenhower.
That's a hustle foul, though.
Absolutely.
You can live with that.
He's trying to tie up Jones because the ball had been loose. So 2 fouls each way. It's 10-6 Lanphier. We're under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Lions possession. Rose kick cross court in the corner. Bishop will dribble to the wing. Rotation around the perimeter now. One dribble, pull up jumper. McGee off the mark. William Bowles, who just checked in. The big man with a spin move back to his weak side, had it knocked away, and it goes off the body of Bowles out of bounds. Nice hands from the Panthers to get it back as Bowles checked in, and along with him in that timeout came 23 Andre Williams returning.
Yeah, Bowles just cost him a turnover there, but you could see the footwork there. Nice, nifty footwork on that spin move there out of the big fella.
Pressure coming, dribbling through traffic. Bobbitt. Now Julian Jones right down the middle of the lane. Off the backboard, no good. Follow Bobbitt, no good. Rebound Jarrett. Loose ball to the floor. Rose gets it. Pass ahead to Bishop. Breakaway layup. Julian Jones coming. Won't get there. Right hand layup Bishop. He's got 8, and it's a 12-6 Lions lead. 2:22 and ticking first quarter. Jarrett will dribble, beat the pressure. Out to Tamon Davis. Step back jumper on the way. That was a 3. Too strong. Rebound tapped around. Pulled down Andre Williams. Ahead to Bishop. Bishop into traffic the other way. Pass to McGee. Adjustment off the glass. Good and 1. What a pass from Bishop and what a finish from McGee as they pick up the foul, I believe, number 2 on Julian Jones.
And Bishop did a great job that time of setting the tempo for that break and giving the ball to McGee where he could score with it.
Right.
At the last second. I mean, he held on to that, and like you said, it was an outstanding pass. He threaded the needle right at the last second, put McGee in a perfect position to score and draw the and one.
What a double pump adjustment made by McGee in the air while he was drawing contact to have a chance at finishing the three-point play. That's his second bucket.
And I know he missed the jumper there, the little 15-foot dribble or jumper off the bounce there on that right wing, but boy, he looked good shooting that.
Looked really good.
He's a good-looking ball player. I really liked him last year, and
Lanphier's about to be incredibly dangerous this year
are.
in the CSA. By the way, this is a Central State 8 conference game, as all these games are at the Capital City Showcase. Little conversation at the table with the officials.
Did you get what that was about?
I believe they confirmed the foul. Okay. Julian Jones is second, Eisenhower's third. Cardell McGee to the line, try to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Tim, were you calling games when the only way you could get a three-pointer was that way?
Oh, God, yes. Calling games when I had center jump after every basket.
This is why you're getting the IHSA, what's the name of the award? I've gone blank on it.
Distinguished Service Award?
Distinguished Media Service, yeah.
I'll show it to you later.
Yeah, I'd like it. You should have it pinned to your body somewhere.
I have the plaque. It's here.
Eisenhower turns the ball over. They beat the pressure, pass ahead off the fingertips out of bounds. Eisenhower definitely looks like, I don't know.
The press is affecting them a little bit. I think they're speeding them up just a little bit more than they want to go. They want to play fast, but they're playing a little out of control, a little careless passing so far against Lanphier's press.
14-6 Lions lead, minute 50 first quarter. Deep right wing is Bishop, always looking to get a shot off. Pass in and out of the hands and through the legs of Bulls. Loose ball run down Bryson Bonds. A 3-on-2 for the Panthers who'll go all the way to the basket. Front iron no good. KT Gray's follow no good. Couple tap-ups. Eventually it's Stephon Bobbitt who taps it home. He's got 5 of the 8. It's now 14-8. Pass ahead to McGee. Lions will beat the pressure. Wow. What a crossover around Bobbitt. Feed to Bulls. Strong knocked away. Blocked out of bounds by Bobbitt from behind. We'll stay with Lanphier. Cardell McGee went one-handed crossover there. He faked like he was dribbling to his left. Pulled that thing back with one hand. That's a play.
He never really crossed that over. His body crossed over, but the ball never did. That was a heck of a move. That was a big-time move right there. It was right in front of us. And
how about a comeback cross? A one-handed comeback cross. In the lane, a leaner, Bobbitt, or I should say Rose, no good. Rebound Bonds. Now Bobbitt. Andre Williams is back. Bobbitt goes right into him off the glass. Good and 1. Drawing the foul. Williams never quite got the feet set. Bobbitt was able to finish and get the bucket. Cutting it to 14-10 now. Lanphier lead with a free throw to come. A minute 18 left in the first quarter.
Well, Stephon Bobbitt from Eisenhower is doing everything he can to keep Eisenhower in this ball game. A little second chance effort that time, and then a one-man fast break there to draw the foul and get to the free throw line. The old-fashioned one.
Yep, there it is. Tim Schweitzer saw a few of those as a young broadcaster.
Many moons ago. Coach Moore, is Bobbitt getting looks from college recruiters yet?
I think he's starting. Him and Jarrett both, I think, are getting on the map. I don't think there's drawing a huge following yet, but they're definitely on the people's radar.
Day will come. He now has 9 of the 11, or I should say 7 of the 11, and a pass from Lanphier stolen by KT Grays. Length of the floor, up, in and out. and a follow rebound is going to be Rose. He had a breakaway. He made a late adjustment. It just bounced out. Other direction is going to be Bishop ahead now to 3, which is King. His shot is no good, and the rebound just checking in Kamar Curran.
Another outstanding pass on the break from Bishop.
Another outstanding head of hair on Kamar Curran as well. His pass outlet. We had a few subs come in moments ago. Bobbitt and Jarrett with a breather. In came Kamar Curran, who's got a little size for the Panthers at 6 foot, and also came Josh Cliff, the 5'8 junior transfer into Eisenhower this year. And that one, I was blocked out. I don't know if it was the pass's fault or Cliff's fault, but it ended up out of bounds.
Yeah, the computer screen here in front of me kind of blocked me as well.
Not at all complaining about the computer screen?
No, not at all. No. I like the stats right in front of us.
Love the idea. 40 seconds, pull-up jumper, Yakima Rose, no good. Rebound, pulled down, back up, draw foul, and one is Derek King, and he'll go to the line. Great positioning. If King wasn't going to get it, Corrington Jones was. Lanphier owned the boards on that one.
Oh, and again, that's the thing we've talked about last year and this year. Eisenhower's Achilles heel, so to speak. No pun there with Quan intended, but has been there rebounding. And, King's come in and done a pretty good job at Bulls on the bench.
That's Tamon Davis's second foul, by the way. Foul number 4 on Eisenhower. 3-point play from King, not completed. Free throw, no good. Rebound, KT Graves. And this is the Eisenhower lineup that you wonder where the scoring comes from. You got a couple starters out there, but most of the scorers are on the bench, especially with Quan Bradford out injured for the year. Here's a 3 from Bryson Bonds, and it's clipped the front iron. No good. Rebound, Rose, outlet quickly ahead. Here comes King. Length of the floor and lay it in. Easy bucket for Derek King. He's now got the last 4 points, and it's a 7-point Lanphier lead at 18-11. 8 seconds. Panthers, Curran. Feed on the give and go, in and out of the hands of Cliff. Loose ball picked up, McGee ahead to Rose, 3 seconds. Drop behind to Bishop. He's going to fire from the volleyball line would be, and it's just off the mark. And I think in Xavier Bishop's mind, he should have made it.
I thought it was down.
We've reached the end of the first quarter. Lanphier leads at 18-11. We take a 1-minute timeout. Eric Lee, Jeremy Moore, Tim Schweitzer from courtside of the Capital City Showcase on Sports Talk on Sports Radio 1450 and ESPN 1050. Don't go anywhere. Back in 1 minute.
And get your very own custom ornament from the Giving Tree.
If you want, leave a donation.
It's the Staff Carpet Giving Tree.
Giving back to Springfield.
I like this team.
All right, welcome back. Eric Lee, Jeremy Moore, Tim Schweitzer. We are courtside the Prairie Capital Convention Center. The second quarter begins. Lanphier leads after one, 18-11. And, I guess the big stat to tell you from the first quarter is Stephon Bobbitt had 10 points, but the rest of the team had 1. Panthers got to find room for scoring and now defense. They get a nice feed from the corner from McGee to King, and Derek King, one dribble, middle of the lane, and laid it in. It's 20-11 Lanphier, 25 seconds in, and where the Panthers going to go for that scoring if Jarrett is covered up?
That's a good question because, Bobbitt's back in there now, so.
Chaz Forrest also in.
What are you talking about, Bobbitt?
Bobbitt, Jarrett, and Forrest all check in at the timeout.
I really like this Derek King. This is my first time seeing him, and that was a right-handed move. He shot his free throw left-handed, so it was a nice move for him. And this is a guy they're bringing in off the bench. It's a nice weapon to have sitting over there on your bench.
Lanphier right now, their 5 players are actually jersey numbers 1 through 5. A nice feed from inbound to Bonds. Layup off the mark, rebound tapped around, still loose in the corner, run down by Rose. Here comes Jones. Jones ahead to McGee, left wing, guarded there by KT Graves. A little crossover in the lane, jump stop all the way to the basket. Adjustment around the world, layup off the mark. Rebound follow, drawing a foul. That was King, and he's fouled by any number of Panthers that were down there trying to get a piece of that one. What a move from
yeah, for McGee. For coming up empty there, that was one heck of a move. This is twice now. He's kind of had me shaking my head like, wow. But the other thing, I don't think I've ever seen a game where 5 guys on a quarter numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
That's
Lincoln does that every once in a while.
Yeah.
In Lincoln, you'll see that every once in a while. Not this year, but yeah, this is unusual for Lanphier. And Derek King is unusual for Lanphier, that he is in having important minutes here.
Really?
Is a surprise.
So this is kind of a breakout.
This is a breakout for him.
7 points for him. He makes the first free throw, second one on the way.
I see he was a senior.
In
Did
and
he
out.
not play last year, Tim?
Played, but not much.
Oh, no.
Rebound KT Graves off the miss, 21-11. Lanphier's biggest lead of the night right now at 10. They beat the pressure. It's Jarrett in the lane, a runner off the mark. It feels like Stephon Jarrett is forcing things at this point, even though he hasn't taken a lot of shots. He's just trying to force his will.
Right, well, right now, he's the only thing they got going for him offensively, so, but you don't want him to force, like you said.
Catch, shoot three on the way. McGee off the mark. Rebound tapped out by Graves, but he taps it to McGee. Lanphier ball, they'll reset. 6:40 and ticking. First half. Lanphier up 10. Catch and shoot three. Yakeem arose from the corner, a little strong.
Oh, King got away with the push.
Yeah,
No, he didn't get away with it.
Okay. Yeah, you wonder why he's landing with a rebound while the Eisenhower player's flying forward. Got a little bit of a stiff arm in there. A little wide receiver, a little shove off. Stats from that first quarter. Lanphier out rebounding Eisenhower 13-8 for the opening quarter. 4 of those belonging to Yakeem Rose.
Tim, have you seen Coach Turner use, I say he hasn't played much, but King and Bowles on the floor at the same time would be
Hasn't happened
interesting.
much.
Lob down to Bobbitt. He draws a foul going up. Did a nice job of getting in position on Bishop. And as he's on the way up, got a couple guys reaching in. Yakeem Rose going to get whistled for his first foul.
Well, Lanphier's back to press up. It was a 2-2-1, about 3/4 court press. Now they've backed it up to half court, waiting for Eisenhower to get across the timeline there, attacking him. Kind of created some havoc for Eisenhower.
Bobbitt at the line, 2 free throws coming. First one hit the front iron and then clipped it, caught it, and brought it in. So Bobbitt makes the free throw. In Decatur, we call that a member of the Speed Loop 10-minute oil change 10-point scorers club. He's now got 11. He was already there.
You would also in Springfield call that a staff carpet free throw.
Nice. I like
How about
it.
that?
Second free throw, no good. Just nobody wants to make 2 in a row at all tonight. Lanphier will push. Catch, shoot 3, deep on the left wing. It might have been deflected, but it's airballed out of Bishop. Pass ahead to Bobbitt, who turns around and travels, because as he caught it, he had no idea. Right behind him was Cardell McGee. McGee did a great job of not even putting his hands out, just being a body in the way and forcing the turnover.
That's another play that we've talked about that will not end up in the scorebook, and McGee will not get credit for his steal there, but he caused that. He read that the whole way and just waited for Bobbitt to come down, just got in his way and caused the travel, caused the turnover.
Jakivan Jenkins checks in for Eisenhower. He's a 5'11 senior. That is a guy that could give you a little bit of scoring.
Oh, they missed King down underneath, wide open.
Back and forth, eventually to Bishop. Now they'll back off and reset. 6 minutes first half. Lions with a 9-point lead, 21-12. Yakeem Rose, a little jump stop in the lane. Adjustment, scoop, no good. Rebound tapped around loose, still on the floor. Grabbed by the Lions. I think it was King. He lost the handle for a moment. Picked up by Torrington Jones, who lays it in for the bucket. 23-12, a new high for the game. 11-point lead is Lanphier now. 23-12, 5:40 to play in the half. For Eisenhower, that's just bad luck. Loose ball's rolling right to an open Jones. Jenkins a 3, deep in the corner, in and out. Rebound skied for Yakeem Rose, and a foul 90 feet from home on the Panthers. Oh, check that.
I think he's calling that on Lanphier.
They are calling. They're calling on Rose. They're calling a shove off. Jakivan Jenkins was going to the floor. Yakeem Rose is significantly the shorter player in that battle, but he is whistled for the foul.
A little thicker, though. I think
Rose possibly dodging a bullet. By the way, he slammed the ball down. It bounced all the way higher than the back of the top of the backboard.
Oh, he didn't get stuck for that, huh?
That could have been bad news, but he dodges that. His second foul means he has to check out. It's number 6 on the Lions. Bobbitt will lob over top to Emmett Hale. Returning for Lanphier is William Bowles. Cutting Graves to the free throw line. Kick to Jarrett. Jarrett wants to dribble baseline. Cut off by King. Now he dribbles to the top to reset. Jenkins. Hale in the corner for Eisenhower. Pass to the free throw line. Graves forces a jumper way off the mark. May have been deflected. Loose ball tapped out. Run by through the lane. Emmett Hale to the floor. Tie up. Going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Panthers. Nice hustle play out of Hale, and also at the same time, great hustle play out of King. Derek King. Yeah, I think you're crazy, Tim. I think Derek King's significant.
You got King and Bowles on the floor at the same time, too. We haven't seen much of that.
Not for long.
For a moment, anyway. Because out checks Bowles, and in checks 32 for Lanphier, which is Carl Wright, a freshman. A 6'5 freshman, Carl Wright.
He will be a good player.
Boy, are they loaded for the next 2 years.
Carl Wright had good minutes last week in the Lanphier Thanksgiving tournament as a freshman.
And he knocks that away right away.
KT Graves doesn't come to get the pass. It's deflected away on the inbound, and Lanphier with a steal. Another Panthers turnover, 23-12, 5 minutes to play in the half. Lanphier lost to a pretty good team in that tournament, right, Tim?
Yeah, St. Louis CBC. They were runners-up to Manual ultimately.
Oh, wow. All right, Lanphier around the 4 corners now. Also in the game for Lanphier is number 20. That's Derek Briscoe, a 6'3 senior. Where do they keep finding all these long plays?
Yeah, I don't know. The 6'5 freshman is what I'm trying to comprehend here.
Jump stop King in the lane. Back off. Knocked away. Is that an offensive foul?
I'm not sure there. I was watching off the ball. I saw a cutter underneath. I didn't see what happened on the ball.
I think the ball was momentarily tapped away from King, and trying to run the ball down, he held off an Eisenhower player, and he's called for the foul. So running down the loose ball, Derek King, who we've been pretty high on in this first half, is probably done for the half as he picked up his third foul, and it's foul 7 on the Lions. So it's Stephon Bobbitt who was trying to run down that loose ball that'll go to the line with a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Eisenhower just cannot find an answer for Lanphier. They're the one causing the havoc that Coach Walker from Eisenhower likes to try to do. Eisenhower just really discombobulated in the half court right now.
Well, they just keep getting bigger. Front end missed by Bobbitt, but in checks Devon Higgerson-Harris.
How big is he?
Well, this can't be right. He's listed at 6 foot. That is not going to be true.
No, he's 6'5".
6'5".
Yeah.
My goodness.
I'm trying to follow this roster, right?
It is Higgerson-Harris, though, right, Tim?
It is Devon Harris, yeah.
Devon
You
Harris.
can get away with that.
I like Higgerson-Harris. That sounds good.
Go
Cardell
with
McGee dribbled it through traffic, crossover in the lane, drop up behind, nobody there. Steal is Bobbitt for Eisenhower. Pass ahead to Jarrett, got it through traffic. Jarrett all the way to the basket, shielded his man from the ball, but missed the layup. 4:03 and counting in the first half. It's 23-12 Lanphier still. Xavier Bishop on the right wing, little stop and go. Great move, teardrop, deflected, maybe blocked. Rebound tapped out, KT Graves. Graves will push, a 2-on-2. Bobbitt, jump stop in the lane, blocked, make it fouled. He'll go to the line. And it's either Higgerson-Harris or Wright on the foul. Devon Harris is 6'5", junior. Got to change this before I keep calling him 6 foot. He's not even close to that. Higgerson-Harris. I'm a fan of hyphenated last names.
Actually, I misspoke. He is 6'7" and a senior.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a good
6'7" and a senior, Devon Harris or Devon Higgerson-Harris.
Did they just call that foul on McGee? I didn't think he was one of the ones back, but Kamar Curran back in, along with Ja'Kivan Jenkins, along with Emmett Hale, and also checking in for the first time is Jansen Taylor.
Stephon Jarrett still does not have a point for Eisenhower, if I'm looking at this correctly. Is that right?
I'll tell you
0.
what, this could be kind of a big deal. Cardell McGee, it's only his first foul. He wasn't back. I think the foul should have been on 32, not 2. But it's only McGee's first, so we'll see if it becomes an issue. Stephon Bobbitt does step up and make the second free throw. So it's 23-13. Bryson Bonds returns for him, and now the scoring maybe tough to come by for Eisenhower.
Yeah, again, this lineup in Eisenhower is very short on scores right now. I'm not sure where it's going to come from, and it's a little lineup. So
it's about the smallest lineup Lanphier's had out there with 6'7" Higgerson-Harris and McGee, and that's a small lineup for Lanphier.
yeah, but Eisenhower's even smaller.
Much smaller. 3:30 to play in the half. Panthers down 10. Lanphier Lions, second year of the Capital City Showcase. We're with you on Sports Radio 1450 in Springfield and ESPN Decatur 1050 in Decatur.
Thanks for being patient. They can afford to be patient here. Well,
Through traffic, McGee got it knocked away by Jenkins. Loose ball finally grabbed by Hale. Now Jenkins, now Bonds left wing. Jansen Taylor baseline, pass up top to Hale. Hale will lob in the right corner. A 3 from Ja'Kivan Jenkins. I think it got deflected, but in and out. Rebound, Hale back up. He's blocked, make it fouled. Free throw's coming. I believe that foul's going to be on 32, Carl Wright. And it is, well, it's not. It's going to be 34, isn't it?
Well, I'm not sure there was actually a foul there anyway. I think Emmett Hale's fortunate to go to the free throw line here. He was down in the trees, and surprised he even got the shot off.
And he missed the first free throw. That is the first foul on Devon Higgerson-Harris. That's number 9 on the Lions. There's 2:59 to play in the first half.
Tim, are they typically play this many guys? They normally this deep?
Oh, yeah. Blake loves to run them in and out.
Hale misses both free throws, so I'd call that a good foul.
Yeah.
Rebound McGee, walking across in no hurry, pass to Harris, in and out game with McGee. Now Bishop, he'll step into a 29-footer, off the mark. Rebound, one dribble, back up. Corrington Jones, back iron, hung up a few times, came off the rim, rebound tapped out. Harris off the glass, no good. Rebound finally pulled down by Eisenhower. Jansen Taylor, outlet pass deflected, out of bounds, and it was deflected by Bishop, and then off the hands of Emmett Hale. They give it back to Lanphier. Great play by Bishop. And boy, you just got Lanphier. You got a couple guys getting used to minutes down there. They just can't get one to finish.
And Eisenhower can't get a loose ball.
Yeah.
Every loose ball seems to go Lanphier's way.
That's what that significant size difference is showing as rearing its ugly head.
That, and you could trace it maybe back to effort level too. Lanphier, the team typically ends up with more loose balls than the other. It seems like they want it just a tad bit more.
And we talked
But I agree
much.
with you, the size. They've kind of bumped them out of those loose balls too a couple times.
Lanphier has got a great makeup for
Yeah,
this
they do.
2015
I really like the look
year.
of this ball club.
2:15, Lanphier in no hurry with a 10-point lead here, and he'll driving into the lane, a runner off the glass, and Xavier Bishop to the right hand. He is left-handed, and he is the first Lanphier member of what we call in Decatur, the Speed Loop 10-minute oil change 10-point scorers club. He's got 10. There's 2:02 to play in the first half. Emmett Hale tried to dribble through traffic, behind his back, knocked away, and it was grabbed, stolen away by Lanphier, and then a reach-in foul coming on Emmett Hale. Great job that time by Carl Wright, and also in there on the pressure was Corrington Jones.
Well, this lineup for Eisenhower is sorely lacking a true scorer out there at this moment right here. Well, here comes Jarrett back in the ball game. That'll help. So is Bobbitt coming
As
in.
will Bobbitt, yep.
Yeah, it's hard to put both those guys on the bench with this Eisenhower team right now at the same time because just not a whole lot of guys out there that are consistently going to put the ball in the basket.
13 points, and we've seen 14 minutes. You never want to be outscored by the minutes you've played. Minute 58 and a half. Derek Briscoe also returns for Lanphier. Little breather for Devon Higgerson Harris. Feel free to check him back in anytime, Blake Turner. Yeah, for a team that likes to run, Tim, they are very patient when they've got a lead.
It's a Lanphier trademark. Get the lead, take your time, and keep the lead.
And they have the guards and the ball handlers to do that too, because it's not like Eisenhower's just sitting back in an easy zone. They're trying to get out. They're extending a little bit, trying to put some pressure on out here in the front court.
Lively Stephon Jarrett hands got out and knocked a pass out of bounds, so Lanphier resets, they inbound. 90 seconds to go in the half. I think when we get to the end of halftime, to both of our board offs, we'll take, what, a 3-minute timeout, Tim?
Sounds
good to
good.
you? Steak and shake timeout.
It's live radio, folks. We're making it up as we go.
Well, we're definitely making it up in Decatur as we go. We're trying something new tonight.
It's great. We love it.
Yeah, we're all over the place. And now
Live hoops.
that you've got, I know you've got an app you can download for Sports Radio 1450.
We do.
We have the Now Decatur app. You can listen to all of our games from your phone or tablet.
Wherever you are in the world.
Anywhere in the world with cell service.
Now Eisenhower had to go man-to-man because Lanphier was just going to hold the ball for the entire minute and a half.
And now Bishop knifes through traffic, and he's going to draw up. They're going to call a jump ball. He went through traffic. He got blocked down. And the jump ball is going to keep it with Lanphier. Xavier Bishop rolled over it, and his face was pretty priceless. He was pretty shocked that was a jump ball and not a foul as he got knocked to the floor. Oh, wait, they pointed to Lanphier. It is.
Wait.
Yeah.
The arrow's going back to Lanphier, yeah.
Yeah, they pointed to Lanphier. They didn't realize that it was Stephon Bobbitt that tried to take the ball out.
Good try.
Yeah, why not?
Gamesmanship, yeah.
None of the Lanphier kids went to take the ball out, so.
Mike Rusk was over there. The Eisenhower scorer was waving his hands at the officials going, no, wait a minute, you got it wrong.
Yeah, that's the Eisenhower scorer saying, it ain't our ball. High lob, Bishop goes, what great hands for Bishop.
Yeah.
What kind of
Did he play
football
football
receiver
too?
could he be? He was not. He actually helped Channel1450.com throughout the year. But now the pass in the corner on a crossover, lost the handle, was McGee, out of bounds back to Eisenhower. All right, if you're Lanphier right now, you want to keep this game at bay. If you're Eisenhower, you want to try and make a couple buckets here and get into the locker room.
Yeah, they've got to do something here quickly, but keep this thing, try to get it at 10 points or less, go ahead into the locker room at halftime. If not, it's going to be a tough road to hoe in these in the second half.
No pressure out of Lanphier. They came back and set up in the zone. Now in the lane, back and forth we go. It's going to be Bobbitt trying to find room. His pass to nobody, stolen by Bishop. Pass ahead to McGee, too far ahead to McGee. It'll sail out of bounds right past the Sports Radio 1450 banner. Tim, whoever bannered this place does a great job.
That's your buddy Kevin O'Day.
Kevin O'Day.
He's the banner man.
I'm not surprised that he knows how to get
This
those
roll of
logos
tape
out
was
there.
about 10 feet. Look at it now. It's an inch.
24 seconds, Eisenhower ball as they go turnover for turnover the last possession. Stephon Jarrett far from home, top of the key, guarded by Bishop. 17 second spin move. He gets into the lane, around him, all the way to the basket, but off the mark. Rebound knocked out of the hands of Briscoe, saved by Jarrett to Bobbitt. 10 seconds in the lane, little leaner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Lanphier. Again, that's Briscoe. 5 seconds. Here comes Bishop. Cross the timeline on a dead sprint, all the way down the middle of the lane. Wow. Right hand scoop is good. He just went the length of the floor in about 5 seconds, got all the way to the finish, and closed with his right hand. Again, that's a lefty. The best players can do it with both hands, and that time Xavier Bishop was smooth.
Yeah, Eisenhower did an awful job there picking up Bishop. Now, I know Bishop's quick and gets down the floor in a hurry, but, you know, there's no excuse for not stopping the basketball there with less than 6 seconds. And Bishop can get it done from end to end. That was
Sports Radio 1450 in Springfield, ESPN Decatur 1050 in Decatur, and a completely unforced turnover. Stephon Bobbitt stopped his feet, went to pass right, shuffled the feet, and there's not much more of a not focused situation than that. Nobody even.
Well, I would assume that Bobbitt's been in this game and about the only one that's done anything for Eisenhower, but that was a little unexplained right there.
Well, maybe when you come out cold and you haven't touched the ball yet, sometimes that helps link to that. A triple team along the baseline. Blake Turner recognizes that, and he'll call a timeout. So he calls one, and we'll do the same. We're back in 30 seconds. Capital City Showcase on Sports Radio 1450 and ESPN Decatur 1050. Steak and Shake Love when we come back.
Chili Freeway.
It was one of my trivia questions last week. Chili five-way is worse than a lot of things you would believe. 1,100 calories in the chili
Really?
five-way.
Five-way?
Yeah. It's more than in a large blizzard from Dairy Queen. All right, welcome back. Steak and Shake timeout broken. Lanphier ball inbound under their own basket with a 27-13 lead. We're only 25 seconds into this second half, where the Lions lead it by 14. Waiting for our first shot of the second half. Eisenhower started with the ball and then just turned it over. A little traveling violation out of Stephon Bobbitt.
But you can see how important these first 3 minutes are. Blake Turner burned a timeout in that first possession of the second half when King was triple team.
Coreyton Jones curls around, gets all the way under the basket, but his reverse layup off the mark. A foul on the rebound. A couple guys converging for the loose ball. And it's going to be called on Lanphier. It's going to come on. Is that Yakima Rose's third?
Clear foul is on number 1, Yakima Rose. That's his third personal foul and team first.
It is the third on Rose of Lanphier.
Bobbitt will walk it across. Emmett Hale. Panthers have gone back to their starting five. Lions close to it with Jones in. Also, they go 1 through 5 on the jersey numbers with their second half starting five. Shot up, deflected off the mark, saved by Rose. Jones ahead to Bishop. Bishop will go all the way in on Jones, flip one up with the right hand, no good. But a foul coming on Julian Jones, and that's just Xavier Bishop being heady, knowing that he drew contact and getting the ball up off the glass.
And that's also Xavier Bishop just putting his head down and getting to the basket, out racing Julian Jones. Boy, he's quick in the open court there from free throw line to free throw line. There can't be too many guys that get there quicker than the state than he does.
For our Decatur Eisenhower folks, felt Lewis Jackson.
Very Lewis Jackson-like, yes.
Very fast with the ball. Or D. Brown, if you want a collegiate comparison. Bishop steps up and knocks down the first free throw. He's got 13 tonight.
But we've marveled at him since his freshman year, his ambidexterity.
Is that a word?
I don't know.
Dexterity is, so I think ambidexterity works, right, Tim?
Definitely.
Ambidextrous, I know that. Not amphibious.
No.
He's fast,
the commercial.
Good swimmer.
Bishop makes both. It's now a 16-point lead. The Tamon Davis jumper deflected. Loose ball run down by Davis. By the way, the foul was Julian Jones's third, so they follow Yakima Rose's third foul with Julian Jones's third for the Panthers. Each team with one guy in trouble, both still on the floor.
Better ball movement so far over Eisenhower against Lanphier's zone.
Feed to Davis from Bobbitt off the glass, no good. Rebound out of Jones's hands because it's grabbed by Corrington Jones for Lanphier. Pass ahead, Cardell McGee. He'll cross over, go right down the middle of the lane. Left-hand scoop, contact, blocking foul on Davis. I believe that's going to be his third foul. And Cardell McGee going to have a few free throws coming for the Lions.
McGee's still down.
The Eisenhower foul is on number 5.
Grabbed his head. I'm not sure if he had his head there on the fall.
Third personal foul.
It is Tamon Davis's third foul. He joins Julian Jones and Yakima Rose with 3 fouls. It's a second foul on the Panthers. McGee being tended to by the trainer and Blake Turner, his head coach out there. He rolled over a bit. And all I think of, every block charge, all I think of is the end of Tyrese Bryson's collegiate career. You never know, especially with the elevation of players, how hard you can come down. You don't really notice it. You watch the ball.
Well, I think the official did make a good call there. Davis was set, but still slightly moving, and Jones did a good job of body control there to get around him and draw the contact without drawing the charge.
It was McGee. You know, you really can't teach how to go into a player without drawing the charge.
Yeah, that's just athleticism and body awareness and those sort of things.
Cardell McGee helped off the floor, sits on the end of the bench and reaching for the head, and now I look over and see him and the trainer doing some giggling. So I think he's going to be fine.
They'll bring Derek Briscoe in to shoot the free throws that McGee would have shot. Staff Carpet free throws on Sports Radio 1450 with 6:26 left in the third quarter.
Staff Carpet, huh?
Staff Carpet Warehouse, Browning Road, and Veterans Parkway.
Yeah, the more you talk, the more I realize I don't know anything about Springfield. Free throw from Briscoe is good.
You keep doing a good job, we're going to have you back.
Yeah,
You know Veterans Parkway.
Oh, I do know Veterans Parkway. I also know how to put into Google Maps Staff Carpet
I can
Warehouse.
get you around if you need to get around.
We pulled into town. I went, you know what? I'm not 100% sure I've ever had to get to Prairie Capital.
Like, really?
I don't get over here much. Second free throw on the way. Off the mark. Rebound going to be KT Grace. I do, but I go to the mall. You know, I'm a shopper and all. Pass ahead. Spin move. Emmett Hale. High off the glass. No good. Too bad. It was a nice move to the basket. Rebound Grace. Little lob. No good. Rebound loose to the floor. Pulled out of there by Corrington Jones, fighting for positioning, and a double team still all over him. His outlet pass off a Panther, out of bounds. We'll keep it with the Lions. Boy, great, tough, physical job by Corrington Jones.
Yeah, he's not filling up the stat sheet with points, but I do like what he brings in terms of his toughness and his ability to rebound. Seems to be in the thick of things.
If you ask me what does Corrington Jones do for a living, I would say, oh, he's an actor from England, right? He's got a great English acting. Corrington Jones. We're under 6 to play in the third quarter. Yakima Rose will drive into traffic. Behind the back dribble. Adjustment scoop, no good. Rebound tapped back to Rose. He'll kick it out to Jones, and now Bishop. Bishop, quick pass down to Rose. One dribble, little position. Lob is good. Nice job out of Rose. He had a defender on him. He took a dribble, gave what may have been a little bit of an offensive foul.
But, you know, he can get away with that in his strength, with the upper body strength he's got.
Flipped one up and home. Biggest lead extended even further out to 19, 32-13. Panthers still held scoreless all the way back to, I believe, the 6-minute mark. Or the 2-minute mark. Yeah, there you go. Up to the second quarter.
Someone other named Bobbitt.
Stephon Jarrett got a little room and finally knocks down his first point to the night with a triple from the right corner. It's a doubled up 32-16 Lanphier lead now. Panthers going to have to do an awful lot more to get back in this game against the Lions. Bishop, Briscoe, back to Bishop, 5:08. Drive Bishop. Jump, pass, Rose. Now to Jones, back to Rose, will cycle it back around the other direction. What's Eisenhower's defense been like most of the time?
Right now they're just kind of chasing. I mean, these ball handlers from Lanphier between Bishop and Rose, and even McGee when he was out there, their pressure's just not affecting Lanphier.
Curly Neal, Xavier Bishop got knocked to the floor, kept the dribble alive, got up, but now he does get it tapped away. Stephon Jarrett through traffic all the way up. A left-handed reverse layup is no good, but the rebound got tapped to him. However, Jarrett did not get his feet reestablished in bounds after tiptoeing on the end line, and it's going to be back to Lanphier. And Jarrett took a shot there on the way in. He took contact he didn't expect to come, so he got away with an extra step while Lanphier may have got away with a foul. No harm, no foul. We're trying to get these games in.
Yeah. But Eisenhower, we saw this against Southeast last week when Eisenhower played them. Their press was neutralized by the ball handling from Southeast, and Eisenhower just didn't have any way to create those turnovers again in the open court.
Bryson Bonds in for the Panthers. Bob it out, back and forth, beating the pressure. Now Bishop in the lane against Graves. Right hand no good. Rebound tapped around, loose on the run, grabbed by KT Graves, but he has it knocked away and stolen by Yakima Rose. Hang up off the glass, no good. Rebound follow, no good. Rebound KT Graves. That follow no good from just checking in. DeJour Burns. How do you say it? DeJour?
You got it. Soup du jour.
What's that? Is that the soup of the day? I'll have that. That sounds great. Pull up three from Stephon Jarrett. No good. Rebound going to be Lanphier. That's Corrington Jones. Quickly the other direction. Baseline drive. Cardell McGee going to draw a foul and have free throws coming.
You like to see that from McGee. He just left the ball game after taking a pretty hard hit and then took the ball to the basket along that right baseline with a lot of authority, a lot of power.
There's no way in the world, if you watch Cardell McGee play for 5 minutes, that you would think he's anything younger than a junior. And it's his second year of high school.
Great.
A seasoned junior. Such a complete game for such a young player. Misses the front end, though, so take all those good things back that I said about him. DeJour Burns checks out for Lanphier. Back on comes the big cat, William Bowles. Jarrett checks out for Eisenhower. Oh, boy. Back on comes Ja'Kivan Jenkins. So the struggle for the Panthers has been finding scoring, not only with Bobbitt and Jarrett out, with Quan Bradford out for the year. You got to find that extra scoring option.
Again, with this lineup earlier, we saw Lanphier really expand the lead. So look for them to turn up a little more heat here against this lineup for Eisenhower.
McGee missed both free throws, so Eisenhower ball down 16 still, 3:48 third quarter. Jenkins in the corner to Bonds. Double team coming. Bonds going to have to get rid of it. Pass underneath to Emmett Hale. Right back out to Bonds. Boy, Lanphier just cuts off every driving lane Eisenhower tries to create. Here's a pass to Jenkins, a runner in the lane, up off the rim, no good, and they're going to call a blocking foul, so Jenkins will have free throws coming. It was a nice little give and go from Bonds and Jenkins to find a little route down the middle of the paint to get a shot up.
Well, that's how they're attacking Lanphier's zone, is they're passing along the perimeter, then they're getting cutters running through and replacing and filling, and the little give and go right there is exactly what they need to attack that paint there and attack that soft spot in the middle.
Third foul of the half on the Lions. That's the first foul of the game on Corrington Jones. And the free throw hits the back iron, goes high up, and falls on through for Ja'Kivan Jenkins. So his first point.
Kind rims.
Kind, very kind.
Very old.
Only the fourth player to score for Eisenhower tonight. We're at the 3:33 mark of the third quarter. Second free throw. He splashes that one down. 2 for 2 goes Ja'Kivan Jenkins, a rarity that we've seen since the beginning of the year.
Rarity almost every time we do this.
Yeah, Tim, we have really bad luck with free throw shooting. It's like extra points over in Decatur.
You show up, they can't make them.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just us or if it's always. One-stop dribble, high off the glass, Rose, no good. Rebound tapped out to Corrington Jones. One-stop kick out, wide open, Xavier Bishop, 3. That's off the mark. Really surprised by that. Rebound is going to be McGee. Crossover baseline, kick to Bulls, little jumper short. Rebound Bryson Bonds. Well, you held him 3 times, but the last thing Rodney Walker wants is 3 chances. Bryson Bonds will dribble through traffic, lost the handle, picked up by Bishop. Bishop will dribble. Ja'Kivan Jenkins coming weak side, right hand layup. Xavier Bishop good. He's got 16. The lead is back to 18 for Lanphier. 34-18. 2:50 to play in the third.
Again, another turnover means easy points for Lanphier.
In the corner, KT Graves for the Panthers. Just looking for points. Got to find scoring. Bryson Bonds did a great job bringing the ball up. He crossed over one, I believe, McGee. 3 from Jenkins, it's short. Rebound, Julian Jones. One dribble, taken away by Yakima Rose. Outlet to McGee. McGee lob ahead. That's Bishop on the left wing. Settles the feet. He's going to fire the 3 now and buries it. Well, he gave you a chance to come out and guard him. You stayed back, and he just went ahead and set the feet and drained it in your face.
Yeah, this is vintage Lanphier right here. We've seen this out. Xavier Bishop for 4 years. When he gets those feet set, look out.
And also vintage Xavier Bishop, who hit the 3, and Rodney Walker has just picked up a technical foul for Eisenhower, and I'm not sure what it is because he came all the way out to confront one of his players he was unhappy with, I believe, in the transition.
I don't think they're going to assess that foul.
All right, they called it to you. For a second, I think the official may have thought he was yelling at the other team's player.
He figured it out and said no team.
They're laughing about it. Boy.
2 Decatur guys.
Well, I was like, can you only come out so far? Because he did come all the way out to center court to confront Mr. Bonds. But 37-18 is the score. I don't know if we got time to take a break here, Tim.
I think we're okay right here.
We'll hang this one out as much as I want to talk about Steak and Shake.
Well, Steak and Shake you can talk about any time, and we want to thank R.W. Troxel and Company. We want to thank Lincoln Land Community College in Springfield and the Illinois Air National Guard for their support of Showcase Saturday here at the Prairie Capital Convention Center.
That's pretty great. This is a really cool event. If you're back in Decatur listening, we do appreciate you, but when this comes around in the future, come on over. It's all day, too. I mean, you've had some great games.
Only one blowout. Everything else has been close.
I'm not going to ask you who lost it. Who won the blowout?
Williamsville.
Williamsville,
early
okay.
At noon hour game.
The very first game?
Game 2.
Gotcha. So you started at 10:30.
Sure did.
That's entirely too early for me, Tim. Tamon Davis, they beat the pressure. He'll dribble right down the middle lane. Lost the handle going up. A big collision, out of bounds. Instead of calling a foul, they're just going to say off of Davis the other way.
Good no call there by Bob Engel. That's a good job. Probably could have called the charge there on Davis, but it was Lanphier ball anyway.
The ball
so
was already turned over, right? 2 minutes to play, third quarter. It's a 19-point Lions lead. The lob got tipped away and stolen by Jacobs. Well, still, it's loose, tapped around, still loose on the floor. To the floor goes McGee, falling down. He passes ahead to Bulls. Bulls ahead to Bishop with Jarrett on him. Reverse layup, other end, no good. Rebound knocked away by Davis. Loose ball grabbed by Stephon Bobbitt. Bobbitt and Jarrett checked in at that last timeout. Davis will jog it across. Pass ahead to Emmett Hale. Hale will go down the middle of the lane. Little lob around the rim, no good. Rebound grabbed by Corrington Jones. Lanphier always in position for the boards. Pass ahead. Bishop high off the glass, no good, but drew a foul from Bobbitt, and he got hit into the basket standard. And slow to get up is Bishop, and Bobbitt trying to help him up. They do help him up. And taking a pretty good hit there is Bishop. I'm going to guess, Tim, that Xavier Bishop, with his size and his ability to get to the basket, he takes some shots.
He sure does. They peel him off the floor there. See if he can make a couple of staff carpet free throws with 1:32 left third quarter, and Lanphier up by 19.
Earth Mover Credit Union Game of the Week for our Decatur listeners. We appreciate Earth Mover Credit Union as well.
Always.
Presenting sponsor all season long. Bishop misses the front end. I've also heard Xavier Bishop is a 4.0 GPA
terrific
student. That is incredible to hear.
That's awesome to hear.
And he's a great kid, too, on top of all of that.
When you talk about that, it reminds me of Marcus Martley back at MacArthur, who was, I believe, top 5 in his class.
Right.
And doing well down at SLU, isn't he?
Yeah. They had a couple guards who had transferred in, who have taken some playing time, but he's still out there grinding. Second free throw good out of Xavier Bishop. That gets him to the 20-point mark. He's got 20 of the 38. What's he average a game, Tim?
Averaging this year, Xavier Bishop is at 26.7.
Wow.
Check it, 28.7.
28-7 a game through
That's
that
not
Lanphier
bad.
tournament. I guess it helps to play in your own gym for those games.
Doesn't hurt.
It's amazing considering how deep this team goes. What have
You just notice what's going on here.
No.
There's some kind of uniform malfunction because McGee they just pointed at his shorts and had him unroll them. I don't know if his shirt was becoming untucked because of the rolled up shorts, but they pull him out of the game for it.
It's always something.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, you got to get the important stuff down. A three from Bobbitt in transition quickly, and he buries it. Well, that was a nice, confident three out of Stephon Bobbitt. He's got 15 of the 21. It's 38-21 Lions. Minute 13, third quarter. He got to catch a ball moving towards the basket that time and set his feet. Bishop with a double team, and he dribbles through it. He's now dribbled through 4 Panthers, but he's called for a cross for a carry. What a dribbling exhibition there, but apparently it was partially illegal.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't help the Lewis Jackson references. That was a lot of Lewis Jackson-esque dribbling through 3 guys, and Bob Engel got him with the carry call, but
you
like to see him be a little more liberal with that call. But
pass ahead, got behind the defense. Emmett Hale, jump stop, let him clear, layup around and good. Emmett Hale's first bucket. It's 38-23. Lanphier lead out to 15. You saw Lewis a lot more than me, but I think Bishop is better with his right hand than Lewis was with his left.
yeah, without a doubt, Bishop's so good with either hand.
Double team on Corrington Jones, and as he's trying to step through the double team, a foul comes on the Panthers, I believe coming on KT Graves. 43.6 on the Prairie Capital Convention Center clock, and that will be foul number 1 on Graves.
Tim, what's Bishop's future look like as far as recruiting goes?
Getting some Valley looks, nothing finalized yet, but you're probably looking at a mid-major D1.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Larry Austin Jr. doing very nice for an undefeated
Doing
Xavier
okay,
team.
Xavier, yeah.
I think he's averaged about 8 minutes a game.
Mentioned the good academics. Bishop's also getting sniffs from the Ivy League. No surprise there.
That would be awesome.
But yeah, they allow
5-second call coming. Yeah,
allow
Yakeem Rose dribbled around a little too long. Stephon Bobbitt stayed with him.
but his shirt's untucked, and they're letting that go. So I don't sweating the small stuff, I guess.
Don't do that, according to was that a Mitch Alvin book? I don't think so. 12 seconds to play in third quarter. Not much of a literature guy. 15-point Lanphier lead, but the Panthers on a little bit of a 5-0 run.
A little life here.
5 seconds. Davis down low, trying to find position. Is Bobbin. He's going to draw a foul.
Good job by Davis there to catch the ball at the free throw line, turn and look weak side baseline. Found Bobbitt there, drew the foul from King.
And the bad news for Blake Turner is he puts Derek King back in, who picks up his 4th foul with 3.9 seconds left in the quarter.
It's too bad because he had such a good first half for Lanphier.
Going to keep him out there with these last 4 seconds. Bob will inbound under the basket to Jarrett, up strong and lay it in. Stephon Jarrett layup. It's suddenly back to a 13-point game. Rose, his shot clips the scoreboard, would have counted anyway. And well, the Panthers, their first sign of life tonight, a 7-0 run to cut it to a 13-point game. Stick around, 4th quarter coming. Eric Lee, Jeremy Moore, Tim Schweitzer back in 1 minute to the Capital City Showcase in the Prairie Capital Convention Center. right, welcome back. Eric Lee, Jeremy Moore, Tim Schweitzer, Prairie Capital Convention Center. It's a Capital City showcase. Lanphier will start the fourth quarter with the ball in a 38-25 lead.
I like these courtside seats here, getting these explanations right from the horse's mouth here on a couple of these things.
So the official, Stephon Dawson, did not think Rodney Walker was yelling at the other team. He thought he was yelling at another official. So that's why they were able to wave that off. But I like Jeremy Moore going, what could you wave some tees off when I played? This guy got a few tees back in the day. Lanphier with a turnover in the other direction.
To my players, though, but it was just misinterpreted by the officials.
Yeah, I was telling my players that was an awful call. And a foul on Lanphier. What did they call that on, Tim?
On McGee, number 2.
Number 4 on the line. So Eisenhower on a little 7-0 run trying to get back in this game, and now they sail the ball out of bounds. Tamon Davis took off from the spot that Bobbitt passed it to. So 20 seconds in the fourth quarter, and the fourth quarter for Eisenhower starts the way the third quarter did with a turnover.
Exactly. Kind of an unforced one, too, at that.
7:40 to play in the game. This is game 6 of 7 tonight, game 1 of 2 for Jeremy and I. Tim's been here all day courtside. We've got MacArthur playing Southeast. That's a pretty good way to go out, Tim. I don't know if you planned that one out, but a Turkey Tournament rematch.
Good scheduling, right?
Lawrence Thomas, Ron Ingram, a couple real great chess match coaches. And a drive to the basket.
Corey Jones.
Yeah. Corey Jones, that's going to be his second bucket. It's 40-25. Lanphier stopped the bleeding. A KT Grace 3 is on the way. That's too strong. Long rebound. Corrington Jones at the free throw line. Stephon Bobbitt dangerously close to a foul 80 feet from home.
I do believe that's 10 rebounds for Jones.
Jump stop. McGee blocked by Graves. Rebound grab Tamon Davis. Outlet pass gets to Bobbitt. Bobbitt will drive down the lane. Couple black jerseys down there with him. Left hand adjustment scoop is good. Bobbitt now with 17. Back to a 13-point Lanphier lead, 40-27.
Talk about Xavier Bishop using both hands. That was a great finish, left-hand finish from Stephon Bobbitt.
McGee cross. Corrington Jones 3 on the way, a little off the mark. Rebound tapped out. They're going to call him over the back. And that's Carl Wright, the 6'5 freshman for Lanphier. He did not have position with Davis, but he almost got there without making any contact. His first foul will be the 5th on the Lions. 6:41 to play in the game. I mean, you're a shot from a 10-point game here. I don't know if we thought Eisenhower was going to get this close in what was once a 20-point lead, I believe it was, maybe 19.
Lanphier was up 20, you're right. 38-18.
Yep. Jarrett, Emmett Hale, Davis, Graves, and Bobbitt on the floor for Eisenhower. McGee, Jones, Bishop, Rose, and King on the floor for Lanphier. Almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A runner, a little lob, and the lane, he got it to fall. Stephon Bobbitt with a nice adjustment. He's got 19 now. Got a little help from the rim. Pass ahead, gets to Bishop. He will pass under the basket to King, let the defenders clear, but he missed the layup. Rebound going to be pulled down as Stephon Bobbitt. It's an 11-point game, Panthers with the ball. Close as they've been since the second quarter. But his pass deflected, stolen by McGee. Pass ahead to Bishop, will walk right in and lay it home. Xavier Bishop with 22. Rodney Walker calls a timeout. It's 42-20. Check that. Blake Turner calls a timeout. It's 42-29 Lanphier. We'll take a 30-second break with him. Eric Lee, Jeremy Moore, Tim Schweitzer, Capital City Showcase in Springfield.
That's a correction. They only have full timeouts left.
Capital Convention Center. Steak and shake timeout. That turned into a 60-second break because Lanphier is out of 30-second timeouts. 5:58 to play in the ball game here. It's 42-29, the Lions lead. Moments ago, Eisenhower had a cutback to an 11-point game, the closest we've seen them since the second quarter. So even in a loss for Eisenhower, you can get a little momentum just to be finished strong.
Yeah, and this is a good ball club. This is a good barometer for Eisenhower as far as where they stand.
And a foul comes on Cardell McGee. Bobbitt pass to Jarrett. Cardell McGee tried to read it, but a real nice job out of Jarrett that time to use his body to be able to shield his man from the ball and draw the foul.
And come get it. They took that step towards the ball. Like you said, he used his body to shield. That's a heady move there to draw that foul, because if he doesn't take that step towards the ball, that's probably a dunk on the other end.
McGee's third foul is the 6th on the Lions. 5:47 to play in the game. Out by the timeline, Bobbitt now to Hale. Tamon Davis, turn around, he has a little room, uses his dribble, pass got deflected, but gets to Grays, short jumper is good. KT Grays, he likes to use every bit of arc he can get.
He does.
11-point lead, steal by Jarrett. He then saved it behind his back, but off the timeline, he then stepped up on the scores table, walked over it and jumped down. And nobody on the scores table reacted.
No, and he didn't spill anything either.
Yeah,
I mean, that was an athletic move there.
He just tiptoed around it, like he had a Caleb DeHoorty pass coming down the sideline, and just made the play. 5:31 to play in the ball game here. It's an 11-point Panthers lead. He almost got the save. If he would have got the save, it went right to a Lanphier player. So
Eisenhower trying to extend the press here, but long cross-court pass nullifies that.
Jones, now Bishop at the corner, 3 on the way, good look, in and out. Rebound tapped at McGee, going up. He was too far into the basket to get the shot to go, but he drew a foul. I believe this is coming on Bobbitt.
Well, that's a second ball slam there. I think Bob Engel did a good job of not teeing Bobbitt up, talking to him right now. It's the second time they've gotten away with a ball slam without a technical.
Each team now one time. Stephon Bobbitt's first foul is number 6 for the Panthers. Cardell McGee, 2 free throws coming for the Lions. And the first one is off the mark.
That's his second personal foul and team 6. Checking in for the Panthers of Eisenhower.
5:16 to play in the game. Lanphier an 11-point lead. Julian Jones back in with 3 fouls for the Panthers. Tamon Davis checks out.
McGee came in 70% at the line, but he's 0 for 3 in this game.
It's us, Tim. That's pretty typical.
Yeah, we're
for
the
us.
reason. And he misses them both.
0 for 4.
K2 Gray's rebound. How about this? Eisenhower with the ball can get this to single digits for the first time since I believe the first quarter. In the lane, Jarrett, left hand up, no good though. Rebound tapped in the corner, run down by Bishop into a double team, and he's called for a travel. He was a little off balance when he got there, and probably a little help from Emmett Hale got him nudged into a walk.
Body bump, yeah, and the official was screened from that, but that happens from time to time.
5:04 to play in the game. Inbounding from the baseline will be Bobbitt. Wants to find Jones, not there. He gets it to Jarrett. Little ball fake. Now to Hale, top of the key. One dribble, steps into a 3, and he got it. He even got knocked to the floor, and he buried it. You don't see Emmett Hale knock down a lot of 3s, but that one cuts it to an 8-point game. Hold the phone, bring a little life back to the building. 4:50 to play in this one. Lanphier 8-point lead, pass ahead to McGee. McGee crossover, lost the handle, out of bounds. They talk it over, they look at each other. It's going to stay with Lanphier. The official closer said it was going to go off with Julian Jones. I imagine that's the case. You got no complaint out of Julian there either.
A lot of time.
A 16-4 run for Eisenhower, by the way, since it was a 20-point Lanphier lead.
I mean, this is a team without life for 3 quarters.
Right. This is a big possession for Lanphier, too. I mean, a lot of time left. It's still a big possession here to stem the tide.
No, a name we haven't called a lot lately is Yakima Rose. Jump stop in the lane. Bishop, high arc, around the rim and falls home. Leave it to your senior to try and quiet things down. He's got 24. 4:27 to tick in the game, and ticking in the game. It's a 10-point Lanphier lead, 44-34. Julian Jones, double team on him now. He tries to step through it, and they're going to call a foul on Lanphier. If this is King, he's done for the night. Also there was Corrington Jones. I think it's going to be on Jones. It is.
Yeah.
Corrington Jones. His second. That's number 7 on Lanphier. So what have we seen Lanphier do at the line for the night? Tim, you got a team look? I know through.
It'll show up on that screen right next to Jeremy. That number would be better than anything I can give you.
Yeah, they are 38% on the night, I can tell you that.
There you go.
If you can make your free throws and they miss theirs, that's a way to get back in it. However, bad start. Julian Jones misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Give it back to Lanphier. Up 10, a drive. Xavier Bishop, all kinds of contact, knocked to the floor, and he's got free throws coming. It's either going to be KT Grays or Emmett Hale on the foul. One behind, one in front. I think they both got a little bit of hammer down. That's going to be on Hale. His second, number 7 on the Panthers.
These last 2 possessions, when Lanphier needed a bucket, needed points.
Guess who's got the
Xavier
ball?
Bishop just looks like he's like, give it to me, boys. I'll throw you on my back.
Lanphier has missed 10 of their 16 free throws.
That is not a good stat.
Now 7 out of 17.
Yeah, there you go. Xavier makes that one, though. 25 points for Xavier Bishop. He's not even to his average yet. Second free throw, around and good. So I got a feeling this is how Lanphier will win a lot of games down the stretch with Xavier Bishop closing things out. They're back to a 12-point lead. This was an 8-point game moments ago, the closest we've seen since the opening quarter. 4:03 and counting in the ball game, 46-34. Jarrett back to Bob at free throw line. Nice lob, Julian Jones. A good look, a little high-low game there, right?
Nice high-low game there just to get it to your playmaker, Bobbitt. That's a good place for him at the top of the free throw line area.
First field goal for Julian Jones. He's got 3. Lanphier lead 10, 46-36. Bishop, catch, shoot 3, right wing, in and out. But the rebound, Corrington Jones for Lanphier going back up, off the glass. They're going to say it's on the floor, a foul on Eisenhower.
That's the 12th rebound for Jones.
And the foul on Bobbitt will be his second, number 8 on Eisenhower. 12 rebounds, Corrington Jones.
Oh, you need a guy like that, typical kind of a 3/4 man there to clean up the glass. Kind of an unsung hero.
Since this was on the floor, it's a 1-and-1, and the front end is no good. Rebound Jones. It was Emmett Hale that realized it was a 1-and-1. He told everybody right before the free throw. And now a timeout as they cross the timeline, called by Rodney Walker. I think it'll be a 1-minute-er, so we'll do the same. It is. Eric Lee, Jeremy Moore, Tim Schweitzer back in 60 seconds to the Capital City Showcase at the Prairie Capital Convention Center.
It's so hard to watch the game. But you know, I mean, you look at 6'10", you can't even think. No ball. So do you do any coaching or just...
Steak and Shake timeout completed. I promise I could have ate a Frisco Melt during that 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Eric Lee, Jeremy Moore, Tim Schweitzer. We're at the Capital City Showcase at the Prairie Capital Convention Center. 3:30 to play in the ball game. Game 6 of 7. 46-36 is the Lanphier lead. It is Eisenhower basketball. Baseline drive from Bobbitt. He's going to get off the glass and good. And that was a different kind of screen out. Stephon Jarrett came down the middle of the lane and with his back shielded out one defender for Bobbitt to get there.
Could have got kind of a moving screen there, but he got away with it.
Pass ahead, and you get a nice screen under the basket on the other end as well. It was Derek King who shielded out Bobbitt. Corrington Jones went to the basket and laid it in. The difference is Bob was able to get there enough to commit a foul, and an and one opportunity coming for Corrington Jones, and foul number 3 on Stephon Bobbitt. The interesting sequence of screens in different ways.
Yeah, and you know, Lanphier's just beating this press from Eisenhower with these long, either cross-court passes or long sideline passes, and it's creating 2-on-1s on the other end for Lanphier.
Corrington Jones now completes a 3-point play. He's got 7 on the night, 3:10 to play in the game. Lanphier's lead back to 11, 49-38.
Lanphier going man-to-man here, out of the zone, getting out of the zone.
21 points for Stephon Bobbitt, 22 points for Xavier Bishop. In the lane, Stephon Jarrett will lob to Graves. Now Emmett Hale, a 3 from the corner. That's off the mark. Rebound tapped by Graves into the hands of Julian Jones. One dribble in the lane, goes back up off the glass, no good. Rebound tapped back to himself again. Julian Jones on the way up will draw a foul. It might be Yakima Rose. If so, it's his 4th. 2:42 to play in the game. And it will be Yakima Rose's 4th foul for the Lions. Number 8. I believe the foul's on the floor. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was on the floor.
So 1-and-1 coming again for Julian Jones. William Bulls back in for Derek King.
Julian Jones doing his part there, attacking the offensive glass, being strong with the basketball. Ended up at the free throw line here.
Tim, Eisenhower doesn't have a big linebacker body. Is that why we haven't seen more Bulls, or is this about the minutes you think he'll play?
I think Bowles' minutes will probably be greater in games in which the pace isn't quite as fast as it's been tonight.
And the team has maybe more of a
traditional
because Eisenhower is really fast, and Bowles has had trouble keeping up, especially on defense.
Absolutely. Julian Jones, by the way, missed the front end again, so the Panthers continue to give away points at the line. Bishop on the stop and go gets a body foul from Emmett Hale, and each team's number 1 will... Well, wait a minute, that might just be Hale's 3rd.
The Eisenhower fouls
That's what I thought. So each team's number 1 now has 4 fouls. It's the 10th foul on the Panthers, which means Xavier Bishop and the Lions for the rest of the way will have 2 shots on every foul. 2:28 to play in the game. Lions an 11-point lead. Bishop free throw is good. I'll tell you what, the screen's got him at 23.
Yeah, that's 23 right now.
I got him at 27, so I don't know what I'm missing.
Screen's right.
You got it.
We outvote you.
So I'll just stop writing down. So I've given Bishop apparently a bucket or 2 that he didn't have.
Next to 3.
Mike Steers with a walk-by from Rochester head coach. That's a Milliken grad.
Yeah, I didn't even tap
Show
me.
the
I'm
legend.
gonna have to text him here.
Both free throws were good out of Bishop. Now a KT Graves 3 is good. That almost scraped the ceiling, and he got it to fall through. First 3 of the night for Graves. He's got 5. It's back to a 10-point Lanphier lead, but you're going to have to play about perfect basketball the rest of the way to catch him. Bishop comes all the way down the middle lane, takes a pretty good shot.
He hit his forehead on the floor.
And pass ahead to Emmett Hale. Layup completely blown it. Rebound, Yakima Rose. And they've whistled the play dead. Now Bishop took a hit, went up under the basket, tried to reverse it.
When he hit the floor, his body turned, his forehead hit the floor.
Well, he was spinning in midair while he was trying to get in position to get the shot up. And I think as he landed, I think his feet slipped out from under him as well.
2 key Lanphier guys tonight have hit their heads on the floor at that end in the baseline area. McGee earlier, and he survived it. But Bishop is really in some distress. He's awake. He's not knocked out by that, but he banged his head on the floor.
Right hand on the forehead, left hand around the nose.
If there's one player Lanphier can't do without, it's number 5, Xavier Bishop.
I agree with you, especially at this time. And this is only a 10-point ball game. It feels like Lanphier's dominated this game.
They have.
But they're only up 10.
Yes.
It also feels like Eisenhower's dominated this 4th quarter, but they're still up 10. So,
but like Tim said, I mean, without their primary ball handler, which, Yakima Rose is more than adequate.
And Cardell McGee.
Yeah, they can handle it, but still, you'd like your floor general out there, and especially the way he shoots free throws, too. And like you said, he's going to close out a lot of games for these guys this year.
Bishop to the bench. He goes to the same seat that Cardell McGee went to when he hit his head, so that must be the concussion test chair. Derek King will return for Lanphier.
Both King and Rose on the floor for Lanphier have 4 fouls.
And a name I was going to bring up that we hadn't seen yet checks in. Here comes Quylan Young for Eisenhower. Saw a lot of minutes out of Young in the Turkey tournament, the 5'10 sophomore point guard. So it is Lanphier ball. There was not a timeout. It was an injury stoppage after Lanphier got the rebound. Cardell McGee will inbound to Rose. Minute 50 to play in the game. Well, Eisenhower's getting to that point where they're either going to have to start fouling as they go for fouls, or they're going to wave the white flag. Yakima Rose dribbling on Bobbitt, or I should say on Jarrett.
Yeah, and Eisenhower's a man-to-man. They're not looking to trap. They're not looking to kind of force the issue here. Kind of surprising.
Stop and go. Rose lost it for a second. Got it back. Puts up a jumper from the elbow. No good, but he gets his own rebound on the baseline. Out to King. That's what guy you might want to think about fouling.
That was huge right there. The minute 26 with a 10-point game to get the offensive board and reset the offense. They don't need to shoot.
Little no-look pass. Got it down to King. He'll dribble up top. Good news, Lanphier fans. Xavier Bishop is at the table to check back in. And now we got a whistle away from the ball to Blake Turner timeout. A minute 12 left in the game. We'll take a 1-minute timeout with them. 51-41 is the Lanphier lead. We are back in 60 seconds to the Capital City Showcase at the Prairie Capital Convention Center.
See you around. Okay. Pardon me.
Eric Lee, Jeremy Moore, Tim Schweitzer. 3 players in this game with 11 rebounds as we look at the screen. Really impressive when you got one team with 2 guys with 11, and that's both Rose and Corrington Jones. KT Graves with 11 rebounds for Eisenhower as well. You'll take that. Unfortunately, sometimes that means you missed an awful lot of shots.
I was just getting ready to say. Eisenhower's missed a lot of shots, shooting 32% from the field.
Lanphier leads this 6th game of the 7-game Capital City Showcase, 51-41, 65 seconds left in the game. And now this tells me Rodney Walker, he's not going to play the foul game. They're just going to play this out. Lanphier most likely going to move on to their 4th win of the season, right, Tim? 3-1 in their tournament last week?
They were 2-1. This will be their third win if they hang on.
Stephon Bobbitt looked like he cleanly tapped it away from Xavier Bishop, but they're going to call a foul, and that's going to be Stephon Bobbitt's 4th foul.
Looks like a pretty clean takeaway.
It did look very
Well,
clean.
I think the knockaway was clean. I think he's maybe getting called for pushing off on Bishop trying to get to the loose ball, because I saw him say a push.
Bishop's 8 for 10 at the line. He's 86%, now 85% for the season at the line. He's a money player.
We haven't even jinxed him today, and we jinx everybody at the free throw line.
Well, he has missed 2.
That could be a jinx, I guess.
3.
And there that. We just shouldn't have said anything. 51-41 is a Lanphier lead. Bishop misses the front end. One more free throw to come. In between games, we'll give you a little recap box score, what we call the Poke like Buick GMC player of the game. Second free throw good out of Bishop. He's now got 25. 48 seconds. Eisenhower bringing it across Stephon Jarrett. We'll go all the way to the baseline. A runner, no good, but he draws a foul. Too much body, and Yakima Rose just fouled out of the game, I believe. Yep.
He did.
Yakima Rose's night is done. 6 points, 11 rebounds. Does Lanphier rely on Rose from, 6-point game? Is that a disappointing night, or are they okay if they can get 11
They're
rebounds?
okay if he can get 8 and 11 every night, and he's got 8 and 11 tonight.
God, he's got 8 and 11, not 6 and 11.
8 and 11, they'll take that every night.
44 seconds left in this one. Stephon Jarrett at the line.
8 and 11 from a 5'9" kid. We'll take that.
Free throw Jarrett is good.
But that was a silly foul by the kid they call Yak. He didn't need to do that with time running and a 11-point lead now shaved to 10.
A couple extracurriculars going on behind the bleachers over here. Not sure what. Stephon Jarrett now has 5. That is your telltale stat right there. And it's not that Jarrett was bad tonight. That's how good Lanphier's defense has been on Stephon Jarrett. And a foul coming as they bring the ball across the timeline. Corrington Jones will have free throws. If this is on Bobbitt, his night is done, but I believe it might be on Young. Yep, Quarlan Young's second foul.
Pace of this game, it's kind of oozing to a conclusion, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't start the foul festivals coming a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I do too.
I thought with about 2 minutes left, they might try to make Lanphier beat you at the line. Rodney Walker did not elect to go that route with a double-digit deficit. Corrington Jones steps up and knocks both of them down. Got him at 9 points, is that right? Yep, 9 points for Jones. And Bobbitt gets it tapped away by Cardell McGee. Loose ball picked up by Bishop. 30 seconds left. He'll fade off, dribble through a double team, and a reach-in foul coming. I think you probably could have let him go on that one.
Yeah, we don't foul a minute and a half ago.
Can't start doing it now. And the foul, I believe, is on Bobbitt. I think his night is over. Yep. Stephon Bobbitt fouls out. Not a bad night for him personally with 21 points and 8 rebounds. Or I should say 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Stephon Bobbitt is a foul out of a lot of games. So that tells you were off as a group tonight.
Yeah,
21 points and a foul out.
But he brought his A game tonight as far as effort level goes and stat-wise points, but just didn't get much help.
Bishop free throw on the way is good. He's got 26.
Not a typical night from Jarrett, as you mentioned.
Yeah, that's Lanphier's doing, right?
Yeah, that's Lanphier's doing. I mean, their half-court zone, the pressure that they put on early on, especially in that second quarter, really threw Eisenhower out of whack and out of rhythm.
27 for Bishop, 25 seconds left.
They're going to do that to a lot of teams, I have a feeling.
KT Grace fires up a 3 off the mark. Corrington Jones runs down his 12th rebound. Outlet to Bishop. We'll see if Eisenhower lets him dribble it out now. 15 seconds. Nope. Stephon Jarrett will send him back to the line.
Let's not have anywhere to be tonight.
Yeah, no plans. Eisenhower does not want to let MacArthur in Southeast on this floor. When would Jeremy Morris start at fouling? 2 minutes? Down 10?
Yeah, probably.
Just aggressive.
Just because it looked
not
like
fouling, but aggressively trying to knock the ball
It looked like
away,
that was probably the only way you were going to get back. If they missed some free throws, you knock down a couple threes. Because like I said, Lanphier, it was only a 10-point game, but they felt like they were just dominating.
Yeah.
And I know Eisenhower dominated this fourth quarter stat-wise, but it just didn't have that feel like they were really a serious threat.
29 for Bishop. He makes both. We're back out to a 15-point lead. It's probably about where the finish this game should be. Eisenhower, if they'd have finished this at 8, we would have been telling you it's not quite. The scoreboard doesn't tell you the way the game is played because Lanphier really ran this game from start to finish. Quaylen Young, runner no good. Rebound, Corrington Jones. See, Bishop was calling for the ball. I'm sure he didn't know he had 29, but that's what ball handling leaders do at the end of the game. But time expires. 58-43 is your final. The Lanphier Lions moved to 3-1. They bounced back from, was that a third place finish at their holiday tournament?
Correct.
Bounced back from a third place finish at their own holiday tournament last week. And Eisenhower falls to 2-2, coming off their third place finish a week ago in the Decatur Turkey Tournament. So we have reached the end of game number 6. One left, Tim. Do we say that this is the main event? Is this kind of built that way?
Kind of worked that way, given that Southeast and MacArthur played a great game a week ago. Why not rematch it tonight?
Has anybody else played today that was undefeated coming in?
Jackson